Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Two family members have watched on in horror as a relative was killed by a falling tree branch in the Wattigans. Police say the trio from Sydney were bushwalking in the national park at Currumbong Lake yesterday when a tree branch fell on a 37-year-old woman. Despite the efforts of relatives and emergency services, she could not be revived. Police say at the time of the incident, weather conditions were poor and the area had been drenched by heavy rain. The SES is urging Upper Hunter residents to stay clear of rising and fast-moving floodwater in the area this morning. Minor flooding is occurring at Scone, with heavy rain across the Kingdom Ponds catchment over the weekend, causing rapid river level rises. Low-lying properties at Sater could be inundated, while flooding could cause the closure of the Merrywater-Scone Road. Parts of Muswellbrook have recorded 105 millimetres since 9 yesterday morning. The cause of a fire which tore through an abandoned classroom at the Belmont TAFE site this morning is yet to be determined. Firefighters from Belmont and Tingira Heights were called to the building on the corner of the Pacific Highway and Victoria Street at about 3:30 to find the old classroom well alight. They took a little over an hour to fully extinguish and mop up the fire. The Australian Rail Track Corporation is carrying out major works across the Hunter today, interrupting train services and traffic. Sam Bartlett has more.
More than 150 critical maintenance jobs and the replacement of 3 bridges is forcing the closure of sections of the Hunter Valley Rail network this week. Repairs and maintenance will be conducted along the rail between Kooragang and Narrabri and Muswellbrook to Alarn as part of the major shutdown. Track work began at 6:30 this morning and is expected to finish Friday morning. In the meantime, buses will replace services between closed sections of rail. Muswellbrook's railway bridge will also be replaced, marking a major milestone in the Muswellbrook Bridges Replacement Project, which is expected to be completed in June next year. Sam Bartlett, 2NURFM News.
The election promises keep flowing for Newcastle in the lead up to the local government elections next month. Labor is promising a spruce up of the Maitland Road shopping precinct at Mayfield. It will include footpaths, road renewal, rain gardens, street furniture, lighting, parking and cycleway upgrades. Meanwhile, the Liberals are promising to revive a plan for an arterial road between Wallsend and Mayfield to ease traffic congestion. The route was ditched when the inner city bypass was proposed, but some of the land along the route remains vacant. Life Education is launching a new specialist fund to help children living in rural and regional areas. 1 in 6 children living in regional areas are experiencing mental health problems. Acting CEO Josie Shaw says children's mental health in some regional communities has taken a hit with the financial stresses of the pandemic.
There'll be a lot of work we're doing as Life Edge to encourage children to be more active in 2022. And the other effect, I guess, is when it comes to rural remote communities, is some of them are in high tourism areas, and we know that there's been some financial hardships that have probably affected families in that way.
2NURFM Sport.
A late fight back wasn't enough as the Jets go down 2-1 in the F3 derby to the Central Coast. A Valentino Yule goal kicked Newcastle into gear but couldn't find an equaliser. Coach Arthur Pappas says they will need to improve.
In the second half overall, I think it was something like 77% possession at one stage. We've had 19 shots compared to 12. We've had a performance that warrants a result, but we need to get better at not making errors at costly times.
Hamilton Wickham have kept their unbeaten start to the season with a 3-wicket win over Belmont. They chased down the 130-run Duckworth-Lewis total with just 1 ball to spare. Elsewhere, Stockton have flogged University by 9 wickets. And trotting trainer Darren Elder believes Arbit Major has a good chance tonight at Newcastle. The 8-year-old has been unplaced in its last 5 starts, but a good barrier has Elder confident. He also has Shannon's the man in the last. That's Sport, I'm Harrison Clinch.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 25, 21, 33, 20, 17 and 9, and the supplementaries are 4 and 19. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.